Hi, kitties. Happy Monday. I know most of you would probably rather be back in school at this point. You're probably getting pretty bored at home. Yeah, I know the packets are very difficult up till this point for you to work through. So I wanted to pop up and say hello. The teachers are going to be doing some virtual teaching, more of it after spring break. So I'm trying this out as a demo. I missed you all and wanted to see you. And I knew you wouldn't pay attention to me unless I was my crazy self that you miss in class. So here's what I'm going to show you. We are going to go over this week's skills. All of your worksheets in the packet correspond to them. Okay, you'll see them here and you will see a split screen the same way you would normally see on our smart board. The smart board that's not so smart, that hardly works. Okay, well, I do have Notebook at home, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring you into Notebook. Okay, you see me? I'm still over here in the corner. So we are going to go over your skills for this week. You have controlled R vowel words, which means that the vowels that come before the R are going to all help it make the same sound, but they're going to be spelled 4 different ways. We're going to have the sound, like in my favorite, mermaids. For grammar, we're going to be going over some more pronouns. We are continuing with that. We're going to look and see how they look in a sentence, hopefully make them make sense instead of saying the same words over and over. And we are going to do some cause and effect for reading, okay? When something happens, it causes an effect. Usually we have a because such and such happened, then we see what the effect is. So let's give this a go. Okay, so starting with our phonics and spelling sounds, you are going to, hopefully you have the packet. If not, we are going to sort them out in our journal the same way we would at home. Same way we would at school. You're going to do them the same way at home as we would in school in our journals. So you can fold the page down the middle, make yourself 2 columns, get our sounds of the week up there, and those are your spelling words that you're going to see sorted out, okay? They are also on your worksheet. So if you did pick up that packet, if not, and you downloaded them in the email that I sent your parents and printed them out, that's fine too. If not, you can just use your journal, okay? So you're gonna see them in your packet for spelling. We have some ER sounds, EAR sounds, IR, and OR, but they are all going to have the sound. So let's look at some of these. We have her, clerk, person in the store that takes your money when you buy something. Germ, something we're trying to stay away from with this coronavirus. Term, kind of like a trimester, right? We just finished our 2nd term, so you got report cards last week. Spider, ladder, feather, swerve, what you do when you're driving around a curve. Finger, tiger, stern, nerve. You are probably getting on your parents' last nerve at this point, aren't you? I know you guys. Water, hammer, paper. Earth, right? There's our globe. So earth has the same sound like in search when you're looking for something. Learn, hopefully what you're gonna still do while you're at home. Pearl, things that mermaids look for inside shells. Heard, past tense of hear, right? I know you see the EAR. It's not pronounced ear, okay? Like in here, it's not, it's an sound. So you can say, I heard you the other night. Early, something I know you're not getting up early for school anymore, being that you don't have to be there on time, right? Earth, the planet we live on. Okay, I used it again down here for world, all right? Earth is still world. Worst, like this happens to be the worst time of year this could happen. We were in a routine and a schedule. We're gonna try to keep it as close as we can. Work, even though I'm not in the classroom, I am still going to work by making lessons for you. Words, things you're gonna see every week, right? Different spellings, different sounds, still working on our word list. Worms, those squishy, creepy, crawly things that go in the dirt. Dirt would be an IR word. Shirt, squirt, like the turtle from Finding Nemo. Birth, birthday. Joanne, my man, happy birthday to you and happy birthday to me, right? It's Monday, March 30th. Shout out to you. Skirt, squirrel, bird, chirp. Third, dirt, where the worms grow. go. Circle, stir. Okay, so those are our sounds for the week. You are going to see some of these in your packet. Okay, you're going to see your phonics and spelling. You will also see some subject and object pronouns once we get through grammar. Okay, so for this week in your packet, Monday and Wednesday, you're going to have worksheets. Tuesday and Thursday, you're going to have a ReadWorks. Okay, you can log right into ReadWorks. Same as usual, everything's going to be in our class site on ReadWorks. Okay, so those are what your 2 worksheets are going to look like for the spelling and phonics. Now let's get to some grammar. We have subject and object pronouns. Okay, I know that they're going to look a little bit the same. Our subject pronouns, I, you, he, she, it, we, and they. Object pronouns, me, you, him, her, it, them, us. So here's the difference. Basically, we're going to be using these pronouns to replace names and things in sentences, right? When we read a story, we don't constantly want to say, you know, Betsy went to the store. Betsy bought some items. Betsy packed her bags. Betsy came home and unpacked her groceries. Betsy fed her dog. Instead of saying Betsy, 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 we could use she. So let's go take a hop over to the next page and let's go look at some examples. So up here, we have our pronouns in a big word box. Let's see how we would replace words in a sentence with them. I saw Mr. Brown this morning and gave Mr. Brown my homework. Do I really need to say Mr. Brown twice in the sentence? No, I mentioned his name once. Now I can, instead of using Mr. Brown, I can use him. Let's try number 2. John likes computer games, but he doesn't play computer games very often. Do I need to say computer games again? No, I can say he doesn't play them very often. Neil Armstrong was born in 1930. Neil Armstrong landed on the moon in 1969. Do I need to say Neil Armstrong's name again, even though I know who I'm talking about? No, I can say he. Penguins don't live near the North Pole. Penguins live near the South Pole. We learned that when we were talking about the Antarctic, right? I don't need to say penguins again. I can replace it with the pronoun they. My aunt lives in Toronto, but my aunt often comes to visit my family and me. I can replace my aunt with she, and I can replace my family and me with us. Okay, so you're gonna have some practice with that on your worksheets that are in your packet, okay? Cause and effect, today's reading skill. Okay, so we've done this before. We always go back and go over the same skills so that we don't forget them and we wanna apply them to a story. I am gonna be doing read alouds with you. I'm also gonna be doing a chapter book. It's a surprise which one. We'll be doing some stop and jots the same way we did in class. Keep your journals handy. Make sure you have a journal, okay? And a pen or something to write with. For your reading, it is going to be on ReadWorks, but let's go over what cause and effect is. Cause and effect is the reason why something happened. The effect is the actual result of what happened. So I gave you some cute little pictures here. Because she waters the flowers grow nice and big, right? They're big and beautiful. We are going to go over a little bit of how when we talk about cause and effect, the way that we did it in class was usually we use that word because. Because Lucy studied hard, the effect was she got an A on her test. We're not always going to see that word because. It is a clue word, right? But we're not always going to see it in that sentence. We will have to search for it sometimes. So we have to put the clues together and very carefully, as always, we're always looking at the characters' actions and their words and their thoughts. So because they think a certain way, they might act a certain way. Because they feel a certain way, they might say or do something a certain way. So keep in mind a lot of the times when we start with the heart in our 4 squares, right? We have that emotion of the character and then the thoughts and the feelings and the actions. Those are connected a lot through cause and effect. Okay, so try to keep that in mind. Okay, so this week on Tuesday for your passage, you're gonna have Moose on the Move, and you're going to be answering questions that will ask you about cause and effect. On Thursday, for your other ReadWorks passage, it's going to be Look Who's Talking, and it's going to have to do with some elephants. So, okay, I hope you guys enjoyed that brief overview for today. I do miss you all. I'm going to try to break the lessons down when we come back from break and do phonics and spelling one day, grammar another day, reading another day. I will try to do some read alouds with you. I do have our books that we would usually use in guided reading when you're sitting at the middle group with me. And that's how we're going to do it. We're going to pretend that we are all in a separate rotation. Okay. Every skill, every day. And then I will throw in some read alouds for you with that chapter book. I'm not going to tell you which one yet, though. I know some of you are going to get excited because one of the classes has done the book. 2 of the other classes has not. But I know it was a great book, and I know the class who did it did enjoy it. So, okay, let's figure out how to close out this meeting. I do miss you. I really do miss you, and I hope that you are all well and you are all being safe and washing those hands. And hopefully we'll be together again soon. Okay? So I'm going to get out of my share screen. Give you all a big hug, a big virtual hug. Keep that Columbus School pride going. Look, I wore my Cougar shirt for you. Okay? So keep it up. I know you're trying and working really hard at home. I know you are. Keep up that good work. I'm very proud of you. Send me screenshots in my email of the work that you're doing at home. I don't know when we're going to collect your packets, okay? And some of them might be full of germs. So if you can, send me screenshots of your work. Try to make sure you're doing your ReadWorks online. If you need a laptop, they are available for you to borrow. Okay, and if you forget those codes or your passwords or anything, just email me. Okay? All right. I love you guys, and I will see you again soon.